Okay, nice.
Right. You been well? All good
All good,
with
brother.
all the lockdown and everything that's going on?
Yeah, life. New dimensions to life,
Yeah. Yeah, indeed.
new
And
definitions. Huh?
you're looking good as always.
Yeah, getting good amount of rest, good home food, family.
Yeah.
I think life was, as people say, it was actually designed to be like this. We complicated it, and I think Corona simplified it.
Yeah. True. And so this lockdown actually mean more creative space for you or what?
To be very honest,
Not
it
really.
has just meant family time for me.
Very nice.
Every life is different. I mean, of course, there are people, there are all kinds of people. Everybody is having a different experience with this situation
Yeah.
that has just come in a very unprecedented way.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think most of the artists will agree with me. We all were running around performing in different cities, different time zones, different countries.
Yeah.
And eventually it's all about being with the loved ones, people that
Yeah.
you really,
Yeah.
love and care. So this has been a very beautiful family time. And of course, music will always be an integral part of our existence.
Yes.
But music can happen, creativity can happen once we get back to work, once we get back to our surroundings.
Yeah.
There's no, it's not like somebody's waiting and somebody has to release. There's no deadline for anything.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there will be a deadline to Corona soon, and the life will get back to normal. So
Yeah.
make most of being with family, eating home
Yeah.
food, and watching movies, catching up with so many things that we we have missed
Never
out in
got
the
time
last
for. Yeah.
10 years, 10, 15 years.
Yeah. Yeah. Indeed.
How you
And
been? How you been? You tell me.
I've been well. Of course, we met in February in Trichy, and
16th February was that concert, right? No,
correct.
15th. 15th
15th,
February, yeah.
14th, 13th, 14th, 15th. So 13th was when
We
we
met at
met
the
at the
airport.
Bangalore airport.
We flew together on
It
Indigo
was
flight.
interesting, Vijay, because you won't believe it. Just minutes before you actually came next to me, I was messaging Srini sir saying, "I think I might run into Vijay Prakash, but I don't know." And then minutes later, you're right next to me. I'm like, "Hey, Vijay."
I remember you telling me that, yeah.
And yeah, so came back, and then life has been busy as you know. I work in IT here. It's pretty stressful. But Corona came in, and it's actually even gotten even more busier now because I've been
Right.
working from home for the last 8 or 9 weeks when I think about it. But it's more number of meetings because I'm working from home, and then more deadlines to achieve because
I know.
I work in the digital space, and
I recently got an like a WhatsApp forward which said, "Oh, somebody's praying to God. God, I want to go back to office so that I can work less."
true. Actually, yeah, in a way, to be honest with you, I took last Friday off because it was getting extremely busy for me, and I just needed a little bit of downtime. But I actually didn't have the downtime because in my personal time, I've taken up this initiative now, this podcast, and I've been, as you know, I've been updating you, and
Yeah,
I've
man.
had
You covered
artists left,
literally
right.
especially all the artists from the school of Rahman sir. People
Yeah.
who have worked with Rahman sir. You mostly covered everyone,
Yeah.
including the A.R.Rahman sir himself.
Yeah, yeah. In fact, yeah, I started off this podcast after seeking his permission, and his permission was just a smiley, as you know, the way he generally responds. And then I had
I
my
think emojis are invented for Rahman sir. It's especially Apple, I think, designed it for extraordinary people like Rahman sir, because
yeah,
they speak volumes in just by doing this,
correct,
just by
correct,
smiling.
very
They
true.
speak volumes. Yeah.
That's his default emoji thing in his response. And He's been very kind. I had my first guest, and then that's when I requested him. And in less than 30 seconds, I got a response from him saying, "Yes, let's do it. But give me time until the fasting month is over, and after that, I can do it."
Mhm.
And then right
So
after the
how much?
fasting,
So how much time did Rahman sir give you?
so I requested for 15 minutes, and he gave me. Then he responded back in his email. He said, "I will give you 30 minutes." And
So,
then, and on the day of the podcast, which was 2 days ago, he gave me 45 minutes and 5 seconds.
see, 5 seconds. That's where you stand in the list of A-class fans. When you
Well,
measure it with so much of detailing that you didn't miss out 5 seconds. That's
no,
where I think you stand out among all his
no.
fans.
Every moment I captured, even before, as soon as he joined the meeting and he was waiting in the lobby, I captured that moment as well because this is not going to come back for me. This may not even happen again. So, so I spoke to him
Oh,
about the podcast as well during the conversation, and he was actually very happy. And he said, I told him a lot of your crew have come, and then they've been speaking about their journey and their experience working with you. And he said, yeah, they've been very kind. That's all he said. And so Hariharan is also coming next week.
wow.
Shankar Mahadevan has also accepted.
Lovely, lovely, lovely.
And I think I've got them all. Ravuni Krishna has come, Srinivas has come,
Mhm.
almost everyone. I don't know who I have actually missed. Sadhna Sargam still waiting.
Okay.
Sujata ma'am most likely coming.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
anyway, I've got Vijay Prakash here. That's the best part.
You
Vijay,
got Vijay Prakash, man.
of course, I you.
No, no,
This,
I'm just kidding. It's
no,
an
no,
honor.
no.
It's a pleasure. It's a privilege for me to be here with all the amazing artists that you have covered till now. And I want to congratulate you and thank you on behalf of all the artists. Most, importantly, the listeners, people who are going to watch this, because you have created an archive, a library,
True.
not for today. This is for
Forever.
probably 25 years later down the line,
True.
when you yourself or artists want to watch,
Yeah.
or the youngsters want to watch something about all the people who were a part of this industry.
True.
It'll be a lovely gift that you will give to the next generation, and so it's an honor for me. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Vijay. Because I actually, who told me this? I think Suresh Peters. You know Suresh Peters, right?
Well,
Uh, he said a big hello to you. By the way,
oh,
I'm
wow.
so glad I remembered him. Otherwise, he would have asked me,
I
"Did you
know,
say
Suresh Peters also lives in Bangalore.
yes?"
Currently, I'm, in Bangalore with my family for the last 2 months because of
Oh
this
wow, yeah,
situation. So
yeah.
if I say a big hello, I'm sure he'll listen to it. Because, instead of sending it to Australia and coming back, I'll say a big hello to Suresh Peters. Maybe it'll travel in the air. Hi, Suresh.
Awesome. So he has been very kind as well. So he was also one of the guests, and then he actually told me that Chander, what you're creating is a talking autobiography of AR.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, that's actually very well said. Because I'm getting to hear experiences and the journey by the likes of yourself and others who have worked with the man whom I adore the most in the whole world. And getting to hear about things that I would have never heard otherwise.
True.
And that's what makes me feel very blessed. The fact that I've been able to meet you in Trichy, and maybe it was all meant to happen, Vijay, because who knows? Like I was meant to come there, meet you, become your friend, and kept chasing you, saying, "Vijay, you need to come on the podcast." I
Of
never gave
course.
up till the last minute. I never gave up.
No, I think I learned something from you. Never give up is something that I learned from you. It's not that I didn't want to be on this
No, I
show.
understand. I
It
understand.
was just as you rightly said, this in this COVID, we are so busy doing so many other things
I agree.
that, and also not consciously, but I. I gave priority to other things
Yeah.
in this time.
Yeah.
Music is, of course, my passion. Music is something I've been doing, and music is the only thing I can do, and I will be doing. But during these times, I actually thought this is the time God wants me to look at other things that I can probably never look at.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I kept consciously away from the regular things that I've been doing,
Yeah.
the regular conversations.
Yeah.
And my daughter is here with me,
Oh,
my wife,
nice.
my mother.
Yeah.
So, I thought, it's that thing that needs
Yeah. Yeah.
more focus right now. That's what the
Yeah.
nature wants. Okay.
True.
So,
True.
but now, of course, it's been 2 months. So slowly we are all
Mm.
slowly getting back to things that we always did,
Yeah.
because somewhere your body and mind is so used to it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm happy to be, on your show, and I'm sorry for the delay from my
Oh,
end,
no, not
but
at
it's
all.
it's a pleasure.
The timing has been great. It's just perfect. In fact, the thing is, maybe special things always happen towards the end, right? So I take it that way. And so the thing is, Vijay, you're obviously one of the super popular guys in down south, as I know, and I have myself seen it in my own eyes when I saw you in Bangalore airport while we were about to board the Trichy flight. And then when we came back to Bangalore from Trichy while we were waiting at the carousel to pick up our baggage, and the number of people who came and asked for selfies, and you just smilingly gave selfies to almost everyone. I remember taking a picture of a family. I took the picture of them as well. So what I was trying to say was, you've been so popular and still you remain so grounded. You just made me feel so comfortable. You never had any air around you that you were a celebrity or anything, and you just how does is that natural? Does that naturally come to you? Is it or
See, there's a photograph right behind you, and there's Mr. A.R.Rahman sir in that photo, who has gone beyond
yeah?
what one can achieve as success. He's gone beyond that.
Mm.
And look at him; he's giving a selfie there with to someone with a smile. Is that you?
Yes.
No, that's you. No, you with it.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I can't make out. I can only make out Rahman sir very clearly. So that's
Is
you.
it here? Right. This
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah. That's you and sir.
Yeah, that's me. That was in Trichy. He
Oh my
said,
God.
Chander, I will
Okay.
take the picture.
See, that's what I'm saying. After reaching, uh, a success of that level, he's still smiling and giving selfies. Who are we to, say no to selfies? So he inspires in many, many departments,
Yeah.
including, how to be. Like humility is, of course, it's not something that you put up.
Yeah.
It's sometimes it's also it has to be a conscious practice also, because the world that we live is can actually, it could be an illusion where you feel
Mm.
you're on top of the world, but
Mm.
the truth is, I always believe it's our career that goes up the ladder.
Yeah.
We will always remain where we started,
Yeah.
you know
Yeah. Yeah.
and we should always remain where we started, because it's a career that goes up and comes down also. It's not like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
going to stay up. So we better stay where we started. Let the career go up, down, and we can always keep learning.
Yeah.
And and also I think it's a culture that your parents give to you,
Yeah. Yeah.
to be nice to people, and you don't lose anything by being nice.
Yeah.
And as I said, there are such great achievers that we come across every day, who are so simple, who are so giving, who don't,
Yeah. True.
take that into their head and then walk with that. I mean,
True.
yeah, yeah.
Uh, in fact, I asked the same question to AR as well in the podcast. When it comes out, I really hope you get to watch it when it comes
I
out.
will, I will. Mm.
It's one of the best podcasts ever. And I asked him that question, sir, what makes you stay grounded? And he had a very interesting answer, which I don't want to give away in this
Mm,
podcast. I'll
mm,
let you
mm.
watch it. But
Sure.
that clearly shows how grounded and humble that guy is. And I told him at the end of that answer, I told him, sir, this is the reason why I idolize you. and I completely adore you, and I'm here as a fan, and you're there as an idol.
Yes. Now, I
And
think in very few cases where the music looks up to the musician,
yeah, yeah,
he's one such
true.
creation of God, and I'm sure his own music must be really respecting him for what he is.
Very
Then
well.
that's a very very different level of. I mean, they are here not to survive. They're
Yeah,
not here to make a statement. They're not here to make
yeah,
a few albums, give
yeah,
few hits. They're
yeah.
here to heal you. I always feel they're here to. And in my case, he's been an energy that literally God sent energy. And today, whatever I am, small, big,
Mm,
uh, but I'm happy, and I'm definitely in another. I know for sure that if there is any glory in my life, God gifted that to me through AR, sir.
wow.
Be it Jai Ho, be it Hosanna, be it
Yeah,
Manmohini, be it, those moments,
yeah,
just giving me that little edge to my career
yeah, yeah.
that just, took my musical journey into another level is because of Rahman sir. And I always take pride in saying that to people that I'm always, that to Rahman sir for what he's given me.
Wow. Yeah,
As, uh,
it's amazing. In fact, I, well, I saw the admiration you had for him even during rehearsals and stuff in Trichy, and everyone had so much respect, and you especially had, you were always smiling whenever you were looking at him, and I could see so much love and admiration. So
uh,
it felt very happy. I'm down there standing below the stage. I was right next to the stage, beat in
no, and
the
I've had
uh,
some great moments. Of course,
yeah,
in his presence, there is some amount of respect that transforms into some amount of fear also. I
yeah,
mean, he's not a person who scares you,
yeah.
but the respect
Correct,
is of another level that
correct.
you bow down to that man
Mm,
because his achievements are so huge in terms of. I
mm,
mean, it's so
mm,
big that
mm.
it's like a Lord Krishna's avatara in Mahabharata. So you can't. It's too big. It's like a
Yeah,
galaxy. It's a universe by itself.
yeah,
So, but having said that, while that fear, which is
yeah,
respect,
yeah.
remains intact, I've also had some great light moments
Mm,
with be it our world tour in 2010, or
yeah,
even the very 93 is when I met Rahman sir for the first
yeah,
time outside
yeah.
Ardagana Sabha, and I took an autograph.
Wow.
I will send it to you. I'll find it.
Please, please do.
Yeah. So I have an autograph of Rahman sir given in
Yeah.
1993.
Wow.
A.R.Rahman.
Wow.
Yeah, 1993. So I still have it. In fact, I shared it with him. I had put it on my Facebook page, Facebook also,
Yeah.
a long time ago.
Okay.
So, so
Awesome.
it's been that special. So from there
Yeah.
to my very first recording, when I recollect, it was the funniest experience. I got a call
Yeah.
from Ashutosh Gowarika's office, and somebody said, "Hey, Vijay Prakash." I said, "Yes."
Yeah.
Rahman sir wants you for a recording, and I was like, you know, sometimes excitement is on another level that you can't even express.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're so excited, like,
Yeah.
but there is a sense of doubt if somebody is doing a
Right.
prank on me. So I said, really? Where should I come? They said, come to a hill station, Panchagani. It's called Panchagani. It's a hill
Yeah.
station.
Yeah. Yeah.
I tell you this story? I don't know.
No, you haven't.
So this was my very first recording
Yeah. Yeah.
experience.
Yeah.
I said, why would Rahman sir call me to a hill station?
Yeah.
Nevertheless, it was worth taking that, even if it's a prank. I said it's for Rahman sir, and worth
Yeah.
taking
Yeah.
this, trip to Panchagani,
Yeah.
where I may or may not record, where I may or may not see Rahman sir.
Okay.
But they said you will have a car picked up at 5:30 a.m. I
Yeah.
was ready.
Okay.
And then on the way, they picked up Madhushri also, the singer
Oh,
Madhushri.
wow. Yeah.
So that gave me some hope. Okay, there is another
Really happy.
established singer. So looks like it's not a vacation that we are going indeed for a recording to a hill station.
Yeah.
So I landed up in my hotel and they said, yeah, Rahman sir is in so and so room, but you've been asked to stay in your room and then they'll call you.
Mm.
And yeah, the excitement was just, it's like a temperature just going up and up and up, and I'm waiting. Finally, night around 9:30, 10, I got a call. Come to so and so room. So room
Wow.
number 8, 9, something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
So I went, slowly opened the room,
Yeah.
very slowly, to see one microphone and one mixer,
Wow.
all the recording setup, the recording mixer,
Yeah.
the microphone and all that. And
Yeah.
Rahman sir sitting in front of the machine. I was like, yeah, I'm here. And then I open it further. It's a small room and there's the couple of chairs and Shah Rukh Khan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, on one of the chair, Ashutosh Gowarikar himself and Javed Saab, Javed Akhtar ji
wow.
on the chair.
Yeah.
It was like for me, यार एक एक्साइटमेंट को संभालना मुश्किल है. फिर इतने सारे महारथी दिग्गज बैठे हुए हैं. How am I going to handle this? But what has to happen, what is meant to happen, happens. And
Yeah.
I entered the room, and I was just before entering the room, I was told that it's a scratch, and there's no guarantee that we'll retain your voice. It's just we want to try out your voice.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the experience, and I sang Swades
Yes.
movie के वो गाना.
Of course.
पल पल है भारी वो विपता है आई. So I enter the room to see that there's so many people. So I was told it will be just a scratch. So after so it took, I think we were recording all night. By the time we finished, it was morning.
Don't you get drained out with that kind of
I did. I did. I think everyone was drained out, except for this magical energy.
Wow.
Rahman sir, at 7 in the morning, he's all fresh, and he tells me, "Hey, inner apartment lama." He said. At 7 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm like, I literally saw sunset, and now I've seen sunrise, and I haven't slept. Not that he had slept.
Yeah.
I think I really don't know. He would have, by the end of the session, I was so drained out. And he said, one more song. I didn't know what to say. My voice is also like very hard. But then he gave me this strength. I think when he decides to do something, when his instinct tells him to do something, that thought gives us energy. Now that we have the energy, when he decides something, that's the spiritual connection that he has, I guess. So when he decides this man has to sing, no matter what, that man or a girl or a boy or a musician can produce what he wants.
Yeah.
So it is a very spiritual connection, probably. That's how I would look at it. Because I sang at 7 a.m. And that was for new anyone 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, new anyone. So Blase, Karthik, a lot of people have sung in it.
Yeah.
And then from there on, it's been a wonderful journey. Of course, recently I haven't done anything specific with Rahman, but he's already given me so much. There was a span, I think, for a couple of years. In those years, I did more than 20, 25 songs, if I count.
Yeah.
So I think that itself is a blessing, that I could do so many songs. And with those songs, I'm still living. I'm still able to earn bread and butter. Not just bread and butter, all the comforts of life, all the happiness, all the air tickets, all the opportunities, all the concerts. And with that Jai Ho, though I have just sung one line, that one line has changed the whole magnitude of my journey,
Yeah.
as I said. Uh,
How did you feel when he won the Oscars for that song? As well?
that's another story. I literally have stories for every song with Sir,
Awesome. Please do.
because it got released. My
Yeah.
name was not there.
Yeah.
I didn't. It didn't hit me because I was like, it's okay. I mean,
Yeah.
though I've just sung one line, Jai Ho, Jai Ho. That's my
Wow.
voice, the
Wow.
original song. It's a solo voice. It's not like
Yeah.
a chorus.
Yeah.
The chorus that I've sung.
Yeah.
So, उन्होंने, then the song went to Golden Globe. That's when I call. That's when I was in a recording, and so one of my friends said, "Hey, you know what? Rahman sir's song has gone to Golden Globe. It's nominated."
Yeah.
And Jai Ho. I said, Jai Ho, I know because even I have sung in it.
Yeah.
He said, no, your name is not there. But I said, yeah, but it's just a small error. But that's okay.
Yeah.
I have sung
Yeah.
in it. We
Yeah.
have this habit of just letting
Yeah.
go things.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. Then that
Yeah.
guy, as if he's God sent, he told me, are you crazy? It's Jai Ho, and how can you just, be so easy about the fact that your name is not there?
Yeah.
You should try and speak to Rahman sir. Make sure your name is printed. I said, I don't know, but since you're saying, I think even I feel. I wrote a mail to Rahman sir. God knows which part of the planet he was. But in about 30 minutes, I got a reply saying that it will be taken care.
Wow.
And by this happened in the around 4-5 probably in the evening, and by 10:30, 11, wherever I started reading news about this song had my name. I don't know how he did it.
Beautiful.
And the next thing I see is it got nominated for Grammys, Oscars, and my name was very much there. And then, especially in Karnataka, the southern part of India, people were like, "Hey, there's one guy who's also sung in it, and he's apparently from Mysore." So people started, giving that whole love. Celebration happened. Yeah, if had I not, written to him, I don't think people would have realized that I also have sung in it, and I would have missed out a big opportunity because I also went to the Grammys.
Wow, yeah, of course.
Rahman sir took me to the Grammys,
Awesome.
and we had a manager called AB or something. Amos was his manager.
Right.
So he arranged tickets for all of us to watch the Grammys. I took my wife. And we went for the after party where all the big pop stars musical stars were all partying, and we're just walking people. All these things that otherwise I don't think I would have experienced it. I don't know about tomorrow, but all this is a gift by God's gift.
And of course, the whole of southern India, and of course, India would have been really proud of you as well as part of that song, being part of that such an amazing song. And what was it like in Karnataka, especially in terms of? I know you would have had a lot of.
No, there's no looking back from that day in Karnataka, especially. And to a large extent in Tamil Nadu too.
Yes.
To some extent in Andhra also. People give so much of love. Because I'm from Mysore, born and raised in Mysore, the love, the protection, I would say. Protection, the reason I use this word protection is, it's sometimes people, they want to take care of something that they love. They want to protect you. So that love I get here in Karnataka. And Jai Ho has been a reason too. They're still very proud. It's been 10 years and they still call sometimes, "Arey, Oscar Gediro, Grammy Gediro." That you cannot buy with money, that you cannot buy with anything. Unless people decide to give that love to you.
True. So, very true. Yeah. Very proud of you, Vijay.
Hey,
it's amazing that I'm from Karnataka too. So
I know. ಹೌದು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ.
And This one, I know I lightly touched upon this topic when I met you in Trichy, and we could not talk more about it. The thing is, Merceliton, right?
Hmm.
I would love to know the recording experience of it.
See,
What went on?
Mercelight,
Yeah, yeah.
I recorded it after recording Innum Konja Neram. Innum Konja Neram during the same time in Chennai.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
So, Innum Konja Neram, I think somebody had already sung it, roughly. Somebody had already
Right.
sung it.
Right. Right.
And then I got to sing. Mercelight, I sang, and
Yes.
somebody else got to sing. This is the beauty of life, and this is the beauty of our profession too.
Yeah.
Because eventually nothing is personal here. It's not
Yeah.
about,
Yeah.
it's what fits the bill, what
Mm.
fits the story, which voice is better for the story.
Yeah.
So, I recorded Mercelight, and apparently everybody said it's beautiful, it's going to come. So, with Rahman sir, every song you're waiting for to release because
Yeah.
that'll take you,
Yeah.
that'll keep you sustained in your
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
an artist
Yeah.
for another 10 years with every song. I'm still living with Innum Konjanero.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hosanna has been 10 years old, but I still survive as a musician with that song. And I mean survive means it's not just about, you know, it's not about earning money. It's about being in people's mind as a
Yeah.
singer.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Innum Konjanero, gives you, with every Rahman sir song, you get a 10-year shelf life, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's always this greed of singing
Mm.
more forever.
Mm. Mm.
But so I sang Mercelight and I was in London, I remember
Mm.
very well. I was performing.
Yeah.
I took a break and I was backstage and I had got a mail where he just in 2-3 lines he said, "Hey, I'm sorry, director Shankar wanted
Anirudh.
Anirudh to sing the
Yeah.
songs."
Yeah.
But I'm not lying, I swear when I say this.
Yeah.
I think that is one thing I'm very happy about myself.
Yeah.
For a second, I felt bad.
Yeah.
I cannot deny that. For a second, I felt bad.
Yeah.
And before that second ended, there was this beautiful thought in my head. I said, man, this man has given you so much already, so many songs already.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, can I even crib? Can I even?
Yeah.
So I wrote to him saying that, sir, you have already given me enough. And I meant it.
Yeah.
So, and I know in Kunjanaram somebody else had sung, and probably my voice fitted the bill, and I sang it.
Yeah.
But if Ersalite
Yeah.
sounds better in Anirudh's voice, it sounds better in Anirudh's voice, and most importantly, if
Mm.
he feels that works,
Mm.
and I also know if Rahman sir had strongly felt that my version is better, he would have kept it. Probably he also felt that okay, probably the other version works better. And
But may I add, sorry to interrupt you, but may I add something here?
uh,
I know, especially during that movie release, AR very specifically said Vijay Prakash in the part பாடினாரு. But Shankar தான் in Anirudh வேணும்னு சொன்னார், so அதுக்காக மாத்தினோம். But Vijay Prakash ரொம்ப நல்லா பாடினாருன்னு he said that.
so sweet. So
He did.
yeah.
How did you miss that?
So that's what it is. So because director has a vision, and
Yeah.
it's a teamwork. It's not about hey, I have already made him sing this, so now we have to go with this voice.
Yeah.
Because I also worked as a music composer for one movie
Yeah.
called Andar Bahar in Kannada, and I realized it's a beautiful teamwork, and nothing is personal. It's not about hey, I like this guy, let's
Mm.
make him sing.
Correct.
I
Correct.
like this girl, let's make her sing. Nothing
Yeah.
of that sort works, and if it works, then it's a disaster.
True. True. True.
Because everybody's working to enhance a story's emotion.
Yeah. Yeah.
There is a
Yeah.
certain emotion. Like people still today say, man, Innum Konjan Neram is your song. You own it.
Of course.
So what I mean to say is, it just worked for my voice. Innum Konjan Neram. There could have been a better version if somebody else would have sung it. I don't know about that. But till today, people always say that, man, that song, when you sing, we feel it. So
Mm.
on the so in every song, you know, gets enhanced with a certain voice, with a
Yeah.
certain expression.
Yeah.
So, but but sweet of him, he made me sing the Telugu version.
Awesome.
The same. So he always, I think, somewhere back of his mind, he may not express it, but he always thinks, how can I compensate
True. Very true.
for any loss
Mm.
for any artist? It could be a small musician, it could be a
Yeah.
big star.
Yeah.
So I mean, he doesn't. There's no need for him to do it, but he
Mm.
made me sing the Telugu version just to make sure that I get some of the glory that something in return for the hard work that I put for the master version.
Right. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and Anirudh is an amazing composer himself. I've worked with him,
Yeah.
like in the Telugu version of Rajni sir's movie recently. It was such
Yeah.
fun working with him.
Yeah.
As I said, it's a teamwork, and everyone works for
Right.
the
Yeah.
to enhance a
Yeah.
certain field.
Yeah. But we as a fan,
Mm.
I'm representing other fans. That's why I'm saying we,
Mm.
AR fans, as well as your fan,
Mm.
we personally feel that you could have sung in the Tamil version. If AR has said that Vijay Prakash's voice really suited well and he had sung very well, we wanted to hear that version. So since we missed out on that, Vijay, maybe two lines of that song for us.
No, in fact, I sang that song in many of Sir's concerts.
Yes. Yeah.
మొదదబ్బ పాత ఉన్నా బేజారైపోయిందే నిన్నే తాయిలు తమ పద వెజియే పరదేని నేనేరా మెరసలైతే I have in fact performed that song in some of Sir's concerts.
Yeah. Yeah.
So and Shankar sir and Rahman sir, they they have done some amazing work together.
Yeah.
So there'll be and I am also grateful to Shankar sir. He gave me Kadal Anukkal, and when he worked with Haris Jarat sir for the movie Nanban, he gave me two songs in that.
Yeah.
Ask Alaska, and then you know, Irkana, Irkana. So all this has happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
No complaints, no regrets, and of course, we would always want to be the one who gets to sing everything in every movie, all the songs. I would love to sing, but it's practically not possible. And if God has created so many talents, He has to make sure every talent gets something.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's created so many singers who I know. Of course, after me, a lot of singers have worked with Sir, and they've done some amazing work. Beat Teacher and or now Sid Sriram.
Yeah.
It's amazing work. And before me, so many people did. But it's like a prasad in temple. Everybody gets a little bit. And there's so much of joy in eating that. If we get the whole, if you want to eat the whole thing, then somewhere the wiring is not right. So that's why I always tell him, sir, you've given me more than what I would have imagined. Yeah. In fact, on the first place, I never thought I will get to work with him.
Yeah.
But there I have so many songs.
Yeah. But so you've worked with him for so many years, Vijay, and then you've known him for so long. What's the kind of relationship that you share with AR?
No, there is I can never say he's a friend.
Yeah.
Because we are not friends. And I know I cannot be a friend to him because when you look up to somebody of that stature, you can't be friends.
Right.
We are friends,
Yeah.
We are friends. So I cannot I cannot say, oh, he's a friend, he's a philosopher, he's a Andamadri. I can't just label him. If I have to say, he's somebody that I love to be with.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's somebody that I love to look at. He's somebody that I love to work with. He's
Yeah.
somebody that I love to sing for.
Yeah.
He's somebody that I would love to listen to. He's
Yeah.
somebody that I would love to follow. He's
Nice.
somebody that I always pray for his well-being.
Nice.
And I always pray that there's a hidden prayer for his well-being.
Yeah.
And I know I've dreamt also. I've
Wow.
dreamt Rahman sir many times
Wow.
there's a hidden prayer in my dream.
Wow.
You get my, it's a, so it exists.
Yeah. Yeah.
So so I have worked. Acha, sometimes I travel. Even now,
Yeah.
there have been instances where I kind of dream being with Rahman sir, and we are on a tour, we are doing something, we are working. It happens, and then I wake up and I'm like, oh, that was a dream. Nevertheless, we did a great song.
Awesome.
It's a song that may not get released, but I did
Yeah.
record in
Wow.
my dream. So it has happened, and I'm not exaggerating. It has happened. So he's somebody that that is very special.
Yeah. Yeah. Very well said.
For me, he's
Nice.
not a music director. He's not a
Yeah.
film music pandra or a music director. He's not a keyboard player. He's not somebody who's paid me. He's not. So he's beyond all that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He's just the name. Just the
Yeah.
name. ARR. Just the name is something that is
Mm.
all of us. And I'm sure even you have a similar. You don't work with him, but you're attached to his work.
Correct.
Uh, we work with him and we are attached through the work, but
Yeah.
eventually the relationship is same.
Yeah.
You can never call him a friend. Hey, you can never say, hey, AR is my friend. No.
Never.
Then
Yeah.
you are just killing it. Uh,
True. True. Yeah. Very true. Eh, Very interestingly enough, Vijay, since you mentioned about Sir coming in your dreams, right? He comes in my dreams very often. And here's another classic example for you. Sasha Tirupati also came on this podcast. This is like a couple of weeks ago. And then this just random question just came up in my mind. I said, Sasha, Sir comes in my dreams. And it happens more often when I'm just about to meet him. For example, I know I was going to meet him in Trichy. So he came time and again. So a few weeks before my trip to Trichy, he was coming in my dreams very frequently. And she said, Chander, he has been coming in my dreams for the last 12 years. You won't believe it. And
See, what happens is he doesn't sleep in the night, so we all sleep. So he needs some work. So I think he travels in everybody's dream. We all get to sleep, and we sleep, and especially I think after uh, in during our world tour,
hmm,
uh, 29 to 2009 or
yes.
10 was it? Was it 10? Yeah, 10 I think. So there was this accident that happened in Detroit. Our whole set collapsed,
Ooh, okay.
and I know I was worried about Sir. I don't know.
Right.
I had my own
Yeah.
some thought, and I was worried about him. That that existed for a very long time.
Wow.
That that that
Hmm,
that existed for a very long time. Of
hmm,
course, it's time. I think it's dreams is also a reflection of your thoughts,
hmm, hmm,
but it doesn't have any you know rules. It can go anywhere.
hmm,
It is,
hmm,
but I know I was worried about him. I don't know why. It's just
hmm,
something in my head.
hmm.
My dreams used to be little, I
Yeah.
was worried about him. Now it's about recording songs. It's about, joyfully working with him.
Yeah.
But there are few such people that I do often meet in my dreams, and I
Hmm,
think it's just a desire of, as I said, I would
yeah.
love to record a song with him every day, but is it possible? No, it can't happen. So I think brain calibrates itself to create that moment for you.
Yeah.
Also sometimes I've heard, of course, not working with Rahman sir, but sometimes I have heard orchestral pieces
Yeah.
in dreams, which is like probably Beethoven composing in my dreams. But then when you wake up, nothing. It's like just ashes, just that has disappeared. It's
Yeah.
like a smoke.
Yeah. Wow.
But all these things, I'm sure it's not just for me. It
Yeah.
must be happening to every musician,
Yeah.
everybody,
Yeah.
because there is a continuation to our thought.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Even if we sleep, the thought process that we were in continues and takes a
Mm.
very liquid form
Mm.
and allows so many personalities, so many thoughts to come in.
Mm.
Anyway, let's move on.
No, it's very true though. It's pretty interesting because I have had very interesting dreams, Vijay. You won't believe it. This is like 2 weeks ago when Sasha came. 2 days before that, I had a dream where it's a very silly dream as well. I'm in the same room as Sir.
Mm,
Yeah, there is no way in hell I would have shared. He would have let me share his room.
mm.
That's one thing. Second thing is we are in the same room, and Sir was doing something with his keyboard, and I woke up from my nap, and then I asked him, "Sir, tea வேணுமா உங்களுக்கு?" He's like, "I'm busy. I'll have it later." And
Yeah,
then
talking
yeah,
about in reality, I
yeah,
have seen Rahman sir literally sleep on a sofa. This is not dream. This is actually, when he
wow,
used to come to Bombay,
yeah,
there was a time when I did a lot of work. I used to sing for some ideas that he used to just
mm,
work on keyboard
mm,
at Rajit
mm,
Baru's studio, Nirvana.
mm,
And he used to suddenly decide to take a nap.
yeah,
And he would just sleep on the sofa that was there. And I've
wow,
literally seen him sleep. So even that's an experience.
yeah, yeah,
Where he's just resting or he's praying or he's composing or he's actually sleeping. We don't
yeah,
know.
yeah,
I have seen him like that. And I also remember one night in Singapore where we were performing during
yeah,
the tour. One day after the show, he wanted me to come to his room where we composed something.
mm,
And that night, I don't know why he kept talking to me, just two of us,
wow,
till about 4 a.m. in the morning.
yeah,
Many things.
wow.
And that one night, I can say I was with my friend.
Awesome, awesome.
That one night because
Great.
he made coffee for me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he made coffee. This was in Singapore. I don't know if sir remembers, but I remember it very
Yeah.
well. We composed something for Mani sir's movie, Riti Gaula Ragam, something
Right.
he told me to do, which we finished and then just kept talking. He kept asking me a few things. I kept answering. I kept talking. And then at about 4, he said, Enna தூக்கம் வருதா? You want to sleep? Of course, I was sleepy.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh my God, is this going to end?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. More though we had nothing to talk.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was nothing to talk. Even he was, it's not like he wanted to discuss some great plans
Yeah.
with me. There was nothing. But I think I was destined to just be with him for
Yeah.
those 3 hours. And
Yeah.
he made coffee for me.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Amazing.
So
Amazing.
I think, these are things that I will probably remember after I'm gone. And I
Oh,
have to,
Vijay.
in the sense, everybody.
Yeah.
So everyone has to go, and
Yeah.
then you will, if you are asked, what are
Mm,
those moments? Probably,
mm,
such
yeah.
special moments
Wow. Wow.
that I will carry with me.
Amazing. Wow.
Yeah.
So humble. Uh, of course, look, the little that I came to know about you while I met you in Trichy for the first time, you have such an amazing sense of humor.
Hmm.
And in fact, when I mentioned to Suresh and then other guys that I told them Vijay is coming, they said he's hilarious. So just wanting to know, have you had those lighter moments with AR where you cracked a joke and you
Yeah.
went laughing and he went
No,
crazy?
no, I never did to crack a joke, but there have been moments which, when I look back, I do smile. So what happened is in our 2010 Journey Home World Tour,
Yeah.
the show was designed in such a way that the first Telugu song that would come would be after about 50-55 minutes.
Right.
And that was O Chaliya Na Priya Sakhiya Chejarenu Na Manase Ye Chotadi Zarinadova Jade Marichitini నీగందెలలో చిక్కుకుంది అని నీ పదములు చేరితి ప్రేమంటే ఎన్ని అగసాట్లు మన కలయిక కలిసినదే నా గుండెలలో ప్రేమ పరవశమై ఇరు కన్నులు చేరే was a song.
Beautiful.
And it would be a moment because we started in New Jersey,
Yeah.
and New Jersey has a very thick population of Telugu speaking people.
Yeah.
I'm big A.R.Rahman sir fans.
Yeah.
When I started singing in Telugu,
Yeah.
that's when the maximum applause happened in the auditorium. And all the Goras who were working, all the local incredible musicians, they were like, who is he? This man sang just now, and something happened. It was like a tsunami of clap. So, and I got a high because I know that this was the biggest applaud, and they thought I'm a star.
Yeah.
And backstage, they said, "Man, what was that? Who are you?" I said, "Let me be honest. Its song is the star, and it's in Telugu, and it's that community enjoying it." And it happened in the next concert also, New York. Same thing. It became a habit for me.
Wow.
That I would sing and I would give a silence for 30 seconds, so that okay, now applaud. I will sing and you all can applaud. And we went to Toronto.
Yeah.
Toronto, when I performed the same Ochaliya, I'm so used to that applause.
Yeah.
Applauding after listening to the Telugu song. I gave the time for people to applaud.
Yeah.
And what I heard was just one family in one corner. It was absolute silence.
Wow.
And I'm like in a shock and I don't know what to do. And then, of course, I continued. Rahman sir got up. I don't know if he remembers. He got up. He just turned back. He just did this to me. Yeah, something like that. With a little... He mocked me on stage. I also couldn't control. I also laughed. And then I came backstage. He said a beautiful thing. That's when I think he was going through some time that where I think he was going through some stress, whatever, in media or whatever. But then he was so cool and so composed because he knew that he hasn't done anything wrong.
Yeah.
So the timing was such that I became backstage and he looked at me and said, "இதுதான் வாழ்க்கை விஜய், எல்லாம் நல்லபடி போயிட்டு இருக்குன்னு நினைக்கும் போது ஒண்ணுமே இல்லைங்கிற மாதிரி தெரியும். You have to think everybody's going perfect.
Yeah.
Suddenly you'll reach a spot where it's empty. There's no road ahead. That's when you have to, he says, sorry, just give me a second.
Sure.
I'm expecting somebody. So he said, that's life. When you think everything is going perfect, you will be at end of the road, and it might look it's all done. That's when you have to hold on to, you have to, be composed, that trust and faith in your journey, and then things will take a new turn, and then everything is going to be beautiful. So there's a lesson behind that. So many such instances where he's sometimes if I'm not singing the way he wants, he's in a very I have never seen him get restless while recording.
Right.
I've never seen him angry. He'd be like making fun. Hey, sarigapara, something.
Wow, really
Oh
amazing.
yeah. I have had those light moments where he'll be
Wow.
like, "Hey, sarigapara," something. All that is, all that has. I have. Yeah, everything is captured because when you are with him now,
Yeah.
our cameras are on. Not this phone
Yeah,
camera.
yeah, I understand.
The
I understand.
mind camera
Yeah, yeah.
is on a record mode. Everything work, off work, everything gets recorded. And when you leave, you're like wondering, oh my God, I was with that man. And now I have to go home. I have to. So,
Yeah. Wow, amazing.
yeah, man.
Um, Vijay, the thing is, when I mentioned to the guys here in Australia who are ARR fans and then massive fans of you too, I said to them, Vijay Prakash is coming, and they were all over the moon. So they were so excited and sent through a bunch of questions to me. So I picked the best out of the whole lot, and
Okay.
I would love to read it out for you if you don't mind. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course. No problem.
Uh, so this is from a guy called Hari.
Uh-huh.
Hari Gomatam in Melbourne.
Uh-huh.
So he is a huge, huge fan of yours.
Wow.
And he says, Vijay sir, hello from Hari Gomatam's family.
Hey,
And then,
Hari Gomatam. I know Hari Gomatam. Gomatam is a very popular, a very familiar surname
surname.
because his brother somebody from Gomatam is married to our family in Melbourne.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's
That's
his.
probably the reason why he's very, very
Ah,
specific. He said his last name.
yeah, Gomatam. Yeah, I know. Yeah, see, I think, yeah, my my sister's daughter is married to a Gomatam.
Wow, I'm sure I'll ask him about it.
Her name is, okay, yeah. Anyway, tell me.
So he says,
Hmm.
Sir, you have sung in Gautam Menon plus ARR movie, Mani Ratnam plus ARR movie, Shankar plus ARR movie, Bharat Bala and ARR movie. How does AR adapt himself to different directors?
Yeah, of course, I'm not the right guy to give a, complete uh, explanation to this question. But having said that, uh, I think in his case, Rahman sir's case,
Mm,
uh, it is not, it's like, a lot of directors
mm,
work in a certain style, and when they hire a composer, the composer uh, gives something to that
mm,
director,
mm,
works
mm,
with the director.
mm,
But I think in Rahman sir's case, the directors come with that imagination of,
mm.
is what are we going to get this time?
Right, right.
Because
Yeah,
irrespective of whatever he gives, it is
yeah,
going to enhance your
yeah,
story, your
yeah,
emotion.
yeah.
So I think there is a common thread
Yeah.
between all these peoples, and of course, Rahman sir himself, he said, every time he works with Mani Ratnam sir, it's a.
Yeah.
I think Mani sir gives him a huge,
Yeah.
playground to play, and
Yeah.
I think Shankar sir works in a very specific direction.
Right.
Because I know Kadal Anukkal, when I recorded, he was there. Shankar sir was
Mm.
there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Every line he was there.
Yeah.
And with Bharat Bala, I think it's more of a relationship that they
Mm.
have that
Mm.
comes into picture.
Mm.
And Vinay Thandivarava, I heard Gautam Menon is a fan of Rahman sir, and he made him. He took a he just took an album from Rahman sir.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the relationship between Rahman sir and those directors differs in
Yeah.
how Rahman sir looks at them.
Yeah.
But the common thread is everybody goes to him because they know that irrespective of what story we are throwing at him,
Yeah.
irrespective of what situation we are giving to Rahman sir,
Yeah.
he's going to give something special anyways.
Yeah,
So that will
true,
enhance. So there is that common thread.
true. He also has another question for you. He says, Vijay sir, how was the experience to sing for the superstar and superstar in bold letters in ARR's music? Of course, Kadal Anukal.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think I have sung for Amitabh Bachchan Saab in Chini Kam. I've
Wow.
sung for Rajini sir in Kadal,
Yeah,
in Indiran Kadal Nukar.
yeah.
So all the I sang for Chiranjeevi sir inside
Wow, wow.
the last latest
Of
movie
course.
happened. So all the legendary actors that we can
Mm,
name, and of course in uh, Kannada, I missed out opportunity to sing for Vishnuvardhan sir. I had sung it, but it didn't happen.
right.
So otherwise, but I sang for Ambrish sir
Yeah,
in Kannada,
nice,
a
nice.
legendary actor.
Yeah, of course.
So coming back to the question, it was a dream come true moment, and
Yeah,
singing for Rajini sir always is special because
yeah.
half the planet is going to listen to it.
True, true, true.
It was a
Very
great
true.
experience.
Nice. He did stop. He has another question for you. He says, you're such a massive star in Canada. How much of experience or learnings from your working with ARR would you attribute that to? It's actually a nice question.
No, see, that way, if I have to be honest, every composer that I have worked with,
Yeah.
be it my advertising days, like where I
Mm.
used to do 30-second jingle with some
Yeah.
composer in
Yeah.
Bombay,
Yeah.
every composer has
Mm.
left an impression in me
Mm.
that I kind of, that takes different shapes depending on the songs.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, for that particular question, honestly, I'll say every music director has
Right. Yeah.
uh, uh,
Nice.
left something in me. They have
Yeah.
given me a tool that I can use. And of
Right.
course, Rahman sir, I
Yeah.
have worked with Rahman sir.
Of course. Yeah.
And so it's been special.
Awesome. This question is from a fan called Sunil from Sydney, and he is one of your biggest fans. And he has a very nice question. This is one of my favorite questions. It's a paragraph. It's quite a big question.
Oh my God.
For,
Okay.
for
Uh, uh, uh,
he said, for songs such as Manmohini from Yuvraj,
mm,
how does Rahman play the tune or explain the song to a
mm,
singer like yourself? It's not easy to play as it's Hindustani, and it's not easy to hum the tune as it's one of the Hindustani singer. And then he says, what style does Rahman incorporate to explain a classical song such as Manmohini
mm,
to yourself, and how does he extract the best out of you?
mm. So Manmohini's story is also uh, it was for a situation,
Yeah.
and I remember Subhash ji, Tawfiq Qureshi ji,
Mm.
Rahman sir, and myself, and Aditya Modi too,
Yeah.
at Aditya Studio in
Yeah.
Bombay,
Yeah.
got together,
Yeah.
and at that point, it was a situation which Subhash ji was still putting it together.
Yeah.
They made me sing the song like a mosquito.
Wow. What does that mean?
They said, in what all variety can you sing?
Wow.
So it was an experiment actually. It
Oof.
was supposed to be an experiment.
Yeah.
So we did what all we did that evening. I mean, I tried to sing like a mosquito. I mean, which is true.
Yeah. Wow.
And all I remember. It was fun, and Rahman sir was speaking. He was like, "Oh my God, okay, now try something else. Now do this, do that, do this, do that." Eventually, I think they decided to keep the actual singing version.
Mm. Wow.
And this song, I know Rahman sir was just building it like blocks.
Yeah. Yeah.
He decided what scale. He said, okay, this is the scale. Bim palasa ga ma pa ni za ni da pa ma ga ri za. So he decided the scale. Then he started playing the melody. Then I have to fit in the lyrics into that. Coffee Qureshi ji contributed a lot. And then I randomly did a lot of swaras. Gari ni sa gari ni sa gari ni sa za za ni za ni sa gari za ni sa ma 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 ga ma pa ma ga sa ga ma pa ma ga sa ga ma pa ni da ni da ni da ni da. I would have done some random thousand things.
Wow.
From that he picked gari ni sa gari ni sa gari ni sa pa ni ba za ni sa pa ni ba gari ga za ni sa ga ma ni sa ga ma ni sa ga ma pa 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 pa. Ma pa ga ma pa ni da pa 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 sa za ni da pa ma ga pa ni pa pa ni ma pa ga ma sa ga ni ba ga ma ga ri za ni ba ga ma ga ri za ni ba ga ma ga ri za ma ga ri za ma ga ri za ma ga ri za ga ri za lat hole je.
Beautiful.
There's a story to this also.
Wow.
The song, the album was supposed to release, and just 2 days before the release, I get a call saying that they don't have the file.
The file for the song.
The song, yeah, they just had an MP3 and they didn't know where the file went. So they said, "Can you come?" So I went to Chennai. They redid this whole song.
Really?
And I sang 2 days before the release, and because they didn't have a wave file of this song.
Wow.
Parts misplaced or whatever.
Wow.
So that gave me the opportunity of working with Sridhar sir, the legendary sound engineer.
Yeah.
Spent some time with him, talked to him. He was very kind. He was such an amazing energy.
Wow. Amazing.
So I'm telling you, every song with Rahman sir, I have a story.
Beautiful.
Awesome. Probably we like to make stories with every song that we do so that we can remember. I don't know. Or God makes stories so that, anything that you do has a story you will remember.
Yeah. Amazing.
If you're going from point A to point B, if you see, for example, let's say you see a peacock, you'll remember the drive. Hey, on that drive, do you remember we saw a peacock? There's a story. So you'll remember the drive. So similarly, every song with Rahman sir has a story for me. I think that makes it special.
For me, one of the stories I'll remember is I ran into Vijay Prakash in the Bangalore airport.
I know. That was fun. That was fun, man. And we came back. We traveled together. And that morning, I know we were having some dosa.
Yeah.
Times were different, no? We could everybody could put a hand into anybody's plate and eat. Now, we are scared to even put our own hand into our plate. Look at how time has changed. That morning, I was holding the dosa. Sasha, myself, yourself, and Ajit's daughter, Mallika was there. So we all, taking a bite from it. Nobody was scared of anybody eating from somebody's plate. I hope really those times comes back where 10 hands can get on the same plate and eat.
For sure, I'm pretty sure we'll all be meeting again in the US next year.
Sure, I'm sure.
100%. There are two tiny questions from the fans. Because I don't want these guys to smash me later that I didn't ask their questions. This is Rohit from Sydney again. He said, if there was one song that you'd have loved to sing for Rahman in the 90s, which one would that be?
What a lovely question. வந்து என்னோடு கலந்து விடு காதல் ரோஜா எங்கே நீ கண்ணீர் வழிதடி கண் கத்த கத்த கட்டிக்கோ Yeah, all these songs I would have loved to sing. And which is the other one in Roja song? I mean, there's no way I can forget it.
Pudu Vellai Malai?
Pudu Vellai Malai innu poliyindrathu. I would have loved to sing that.
Beautiful.
Because I remember when all these songs got released.
Yeah.
I didn't have formal training in light.
Yeah. Yeah.
classical or film
Yeah.
singing because we were a family of only traditional singing.
Yeah.
But I used to still try. "Pudu vellai malai." I used to sing all that. So
Awesome.
there are many songs. But thank
Yeah.
you for asking me. But music is such a beautiful thing God has created.
Yeah.
What if I haven't sung the original version? I can always sing it, and
Of
I do
course.
sing.
Of
I sing
course.
tu here in my shows as if I have sung it.
Yeah. Nice.
When I
Nice.
look somebody singing Hosanna in front of me as if they have sung it, I feel this is what music is.
Yeah.
Nobody owns it.
Beautiful.
Nobody owns it. We can of course make a copyright. We can
Yeah.
tell this work
Yeah.
belongs to me and whatever. But really, at the end of the day, if you
Mm.
take Sarigama Padanisa Sanida Pamagarisa, it's just
Mm.
like air. It's like
Yeah.
just like air,
Wow.
water. Nobody owns it. We
Mm.
can package it. We can
Yeah.
put it in a bottle and say, "This is my this. I own this bottle of water, and you pay me this much."
This is this last request that I had sent through early this morning. This is for a fan from the UK called Nick Patel, and
Wow.
he was very very keen that today is his birthday, and he said, uh, "Can you please request Vijay to sing Luka Chupi?" I know it's going to be
Nick Patel.
Nick Patel.
Hey, Nick Patel. Many happy returns of the day. लुका छुपी बहुत हुई सामने आ जाना कहाँ कहाँ ढूंढा तुझे थक गई तेरी माँ आजा सांझ हुई मुझे तेरी फिक्र धुंधला गई देख मेरी नजर आ जाना आजा सांझ हुई मुझे तेरी फिक्र धुंधला गई देख मेरी नजर आ जाना Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Beautiful, beautiful. I'm sure he's going to remember this forever. Thank you so much, Vijay. This is
Thank
amazing. I
thanks,
love
man.
it.
Thank
Uh, Before I let you go, I was going to ask you, is there a message that you want to give to AR? I'm sure he
you.
generally watches things in fast forward. As we all know, he doesn't have the time, but I'm sure he'll watch this part. I hope so. Is there a message for him?
Really, honestly, I don't have a message because uh, it's a one-way talk, right, with him.
Yeah,
It's about he says something and we listen to it. He gives a song, we sing it. He creates music, we listen to it.
yeah.
So it's been it's
Mm,
like, it's, there's
yeah,
no two direction and there's
right.
nothing that I want to ask him. There's nothing that I want to tell him.
Mm.
There's, my message to him is no message, you
Nice one.
know,
Yeah,
really, there's
yeah,
nothing because, he continues to give and we continue to absorb it.
yeah, yeah. Nice.
So there's no dearth for anything that I have to tell him that.
Yeah, yeah. Awesome. Great.
Yeah, no message, man.
Yeah, great. Vijay, we've obviously come to the end of the podcast. You've been just amazing. You gave me an hour and a half of your time, and I
Right.
feel extremely privileged to have you on the podcast. And after all, I'm just a fan. I don't come with any brand backing. I come only with one intent, which is tribute to the maestro, and that's it.
Mhm.
And no returns, no expectations out of this initiative. And I'm just doing it out of pure love. That's all. And thank you
Continue to
so
do
much.
it. We must continue to do it. Cover as many artists because, as I said, you know, when we spoke about this, you
Yeah,
don't know which
yeah,
part of the planet who is finding some joy in this.
Yeah.
Especially in times like this, and especially times that are going to come.
Yeah. Yeah.
People like AR, who are messengers of just love and peace. There's no politics. There's no hidden agenda for them also.
True.
They're just here to make something out of Sarigama Padanisa and give joy to people. That's all they do, right?
Yeah.
And
So,
as a musician, that's all I do. As a bridge, that's all you can do. It'll translate to joy somewhere to someone, and I hope it happens. And thank you, and you take care. Hopefully, we'll catch up in Australia soon.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.